wild beauty of Tembe Elephant Park behind and begin our journey west, crossing South Africa all the way back to the west coast. The last stop before what we hope will be the overlanding adventure of a lifetime. We'll take you through one of the most soulful corners of the Western Cape, where the landscape shifts from serene lagoons to rugged coastlines, from laid-back vibes in Langebaan to the gritty charm of Saldanha's working harbour. But first, we got a few stops to make. Some mechanical fixes, Easter with friends, and a very special birthday celebration for Carla. And a place you don't want to miss.
So, we are back in Pretoria. In a minute's time we will be back where it started.
Yeah, almost half a year ago.
Almost half a year ago. So we're going back to friends of ours, Danny and Marlies. They were the ones that kept PANGO for us when we bought it while we were still in the Netherlands, and it stayed with them. And now we're going back for a visit, and yeah, relive the times before all of this.
And show that mess in the back of our car.
It's quite a mess at the moment. So we're very thankful that we can go there a bit and do some washing and repack everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend. It's Easter weekend, and from the looks of it, I'm looking at the people that we're driving past. I think there's rugby on. I think that the Springboks, the national team, is playing. So maybe this will be our afternoon. In front of a big TV, watch some rugby. Yes.
How South African?
How South African. You have integrated.
Hi everyone. So today we are hosting friends and family, and we are making a beautiful beer stab potjie on two separate pots. One will be on coals and one is on gas. It's probably going to take around 5 to 6 hours. We're probably already in about 3.5 to 4 hours. So hoping it turns out well.
So what goes into it?
Yeah, so for meat we've got oxtail, and so why we chose two different pots is one will be only veggies, and there's a variety of veggies you'll see from here, mushrooms, potatoes, carrots, onions, a whole bunch of stuff. Both will be similar from a veggie point of view, but this one has oxtail in it, so we've got options for both.
Cool.
Good.
Nice.
Nee, jij nou? Ja.
Jij is nou op YouTube.
Ja.
Okay, cabbage, potatoes, baby marrow, and a lot of meat. How much meat?
3 kgs.
Oh my goodness. Okay, stampines. Smash and beans.
Ja!
It woke up.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Trying to find the problem with the DC charging.
Didn't find it yet.
We saw some stuff. I don't know really.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not really sure yet.
Okay. What do you think, Danny?
For now we think there's a faulty circuit breaker.
Okay.
We're going to switch that out.
Yeah, with a fuse.
But we're seeing charge from the alternator side. It dips. We're not sure why, so we need to go and read up on that.
Yeah. It's like it switches on and off, on and off, on and off.
But everything seems to work. It's just there's some anomalies that we're not sure of.
Wat moet iets doen? This Danny bestowed upon us. I think it was like a vicious, sadistic thing, actually, more than anything. After all that we've done and gone through the last few months,
almost in a relationship crisis.
and then he gives us this puzzle, which has now become a competition. So this is our night. After I spent the whole day in a workshop This is our night.
Yeah, tell us what you did.
We spent a lot of money. Yeah, the Pango was leaking on something again and squeaking on something, and it's just overall very expensive. So now we both.
So now we're going with a cheaper
version of Pango.
And is it fixed?
The stuff that they worked on was fixed except the power steering. Yeah, so that's not fixed.
Still more work to be done.
Yes, but that we can ignore for now because we can drive without power steering. When we said that we finished our rig, we actually meant this. Okay, not really. There's 2 extra parts I can't find the place for. What you doing?
YouTube video uploader.
YouTube video
Coming to you.
soon. So tomorrow we are leaving the comforts of a home, and we will be heading towards Kimberley side to make our way down to Karoo. Tell them what you'll have to do tonight.
What I have to do tonight.
What we'll have to do tonight.
Yeah.
I have to use that for the first time. It's a bit stressful at the moment. But yeah, there was nothing available.
We can do hard things.
We can do hard things. So we'll keep you posted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
So today, it's the 27th of April. It's a Sunday, but it's actually a public holiday in both of our countries. In South Africa, it's Freedom Day. So in 1994, that was the first democratic election on the 27th of April.
And in the Netherlands, it is King's Day. We celebrate the birthday of our king.
So, very different, but same. So we're driving in the Karoo again.
And we are also on our way to a party. It's a party week.
Yes.
It's now the 27th of April. In 3 days, it's the 30th of April. And Carla, that is
My birthday.
yeah, it's a very special birthday. We're not going to tell you how old Carla will be in 3 days, but it has a 0 in it. And we're going to celebrate it in a very special way. We're going to have a week of celebrations, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
We're going to Africa Burn. So it's like it's a smaller version of Burning Man, I would say. And I think there's how many people? 10,000
Something like that,
I'm
yeah.
not sure. But so from tomorrow that starts, and we will be arriving tomorrow probably. It's in the desert, in the Karoo desert.
Looking forward.
Yes,
Very excited.
we are looking forward.
Hey, 39-year-old woman.
You weren't supposed to tell people that.
Oh, shit. But now I did.
Yes.
How does it feel that you're turning 40 in a few days?
Not too bad. Actually feeling good about it.
Yeah? Why?
No, I think I'm in a good place. In a good place in my life. We talked about it today, sort of yesterday. I sort of feel more confident, and yes, of course, I would want my body to look like a 25-year-old. but that's mostly my fault. And yeah, we can do things that we couldn't do at 25. Look at where we are, look at what we can do, and yeah, I'm happy, 40 or not. Let's go.
Okay, so we just outside Calvinia turned left on the R355. Amongst African Burn participants, it is also called the Tyre Eater, this road. And apparently a lot of people get a flat tire on the road. So we looked up some instructions on how to approach it best. Also, since we're heavy loaded, we have food and water and everything for a week with us. So yeah, a bit scary, don't you think?
A bit scary. Firstly the road, and then enough water.
Yeah. But yeah, 1 mile at a time, and we'll see. So once we're at the festival, we're gonna put our cameras away, our phones.
Don't film people, as everyone is allowed to just be themselves. No one wants to be worried about what's gonna be displayed on social media. So we'll rather respect that.
Yeah, exactly. And also enjoy just being in a moment there. Already for 3.5 hours we're driving on this gravel road. It's now actually okay.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah. Half of the time we couldn't have a conversation or listen to music or whatever.
So peaceful. It's been a rough road. Really corrugated. I mean the sharp rocks you can see, but I think we've been able to avoid any damage. But the corrugation, oh my goodness, everything is just, I think, shaken loose.
Well, in fact, one of our bags with wood is
it's lost. Offering to the African burn gods. Bag of wood somewhere on the road.
Yeah.
Someone will find it.
Yeah. And hopefully enjoy it. Morning! We're walking on the main beach of Langebaan, the place where we spent the last 6 months.
Yep. We built up the Land Rover, and of course we didn't do only that the last 6 months, so we thought we'd show you some of the places we like to visit and things we like to do, so that you can get a feel of a few of the towns of the west coast of South Africa.
Before, in a little more than 1.5 weeks, we take off for our big trip through southern and East Africa.
Yeah. So last bit of Langebaan, last bit of sun for the west coast, before the winter strikes, I think. So enjoying it. So this is the main beach, but we're standing actually on the beach of the mouth of the lagoon of Langebaan, and there you see Scarpen Island. That's the naval training base on the other side. So there's sort of like a ski island. What is that? Going around and it forms the lagoon. And on that side you can't enter, it's the naval base or naval training base. And you can actually go into a part of that area during the flower season when the Namaqualand flowers is blooming. So then they open up a part of it. So it's nice. And then, okay, now the water looks very calm, but normally this is a windy area. So this is a haven for kiteboarders and water sports. It's when you get here, it's just kites and I don't know how these people don't get entangled in each other, but it's beautiful actually to see.
The Langebaan Lagoon is part of the West Coast National Park, where we have enjoyed spending our time in many occasions and in multiple ways. Like riding one of the mountain bike trails, hiking up to Zeeberg Viewpoint, enjoying a braai at Saarsbank, seeing all kinds of wildlife, and strolling around at Carla Beach. This is the breathtaking West Coast National Park.
We normally come and eat some pizza or oysters or have a coffee. Some of the restaurants here, there's quite a few nice restaurants and some shops up this road just to not take a stroll and look at a few small beach curios and things. And then you can see also some of the older generation comes here every morning for a swim in the lagoon. There's some paddlers out there already as well. So we're gonna have coffee now. Nee.
Hey,
Where are we?
we are at Wunderbar, and below us is a big kite and water sport place. Well, usually in like summertime, it's packed here with kite surfers and other water sports enthusiasts. Lots of Europeans who come here in the European winter. Well, right now we almost have the place for ourselves. But yeah, you can probably imagine how it will look like in summertime.
Saldanha harbour in Saldanha Bay, or down Saldanha, and yeah, we're standing here now in the fisheries harbour. You'll see all the people working with the ice and fish on that side. There's a massive processing plant. So it's well known for its fishery industry. And also it's a natural harbour, a big natural harbour. So it developed into one of the biggest export harbours in Africa. So mostly for things like fishery or for seafood. So they have like oyster farms and mussel farms and the deep sea fishing that come in here. And it's also an export for ore, iron ore, that comes from the Northern Cape in an 800-kilometer railway that comes from Sishen to here directly and is exported, and that large harbours on that side. So we can even hear it from home. You sometimes hear them load the ore onto the ships. It's just massive clanging, and it's probably 20 kilometers away.
I'm thinking, you said something about oysters?
Fresh ones?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try.
Welcome to Paternoster. We came here to find a perfect spot on the beach and have our oysters. And we ran into friends. Yeah. Paternoster is an old fisherman village. Nowadays it's I'd say quite a popular touristy place.
Yeah, it's well known for its like white houses, old white houses, and all new builds are also built like that. Just beautiful, this white house sort of Greece type thing on the west coast, and you can see the fishermen going out there. Like you mentioned, it's now a bit more touristy. It's a lot of guest houses and restaurants, some good restaurants. One of the world's best restaurants actually for making local foraged food, Wolfgat. And there's a theatre, musicians come and play, and yeah, so it's just a nice day out.
On our way back home, we made one final stop. Perched on the rocks at one of the 7 picturesque little bays of Jacobsbay, we watched the ocean roll in. We hope you enjoyed wandering along with us on the West Coast. Please give a thumbs up or let us know what you think in the comments. Hope to see you next time. Did you know that if you support our channel, you also contribute to wildlife conservation? We donate a third of our earnings to wildlife conservation causes.